Hi, I'm April. Today I'm going to share with you my vegan mashed potatoes and gravy recipe. I make it a couple times a month, but it's a great time to share it with you because of Thanksgiving. For the mashed potatoes, you'll need potatoes, of course. You'll need 8 medium ones or like 4 to 5 large ones. 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. Today I'm using Earth Balance. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, or more if your butter is unsalted. A 1/3 cup of non-dairy milk. I am using almond. You may need more or less milk though. Peel your potatoes. Before chopping them, you might have to rinse them if they're dusty and dirty from the peel. And then just cut them up into little pieces. Once they're all chopped, place into a large pot. Fill with water until the potatoes are just covered. And place them on the stove top at medium-high heat. Once they're boiling, boil for 15 minutes. While the potatoes are boiling, you can make your gravy. For the gravy, you'll need 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt if your butter is unsalted. I don't know that I have found unsalted vegan butter though. You'll need 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch or arrowroot powder. If you don't want your vegan gravy sweet, then just leave the brown sugar out. 1 cup of vegetable broth. This last ingredient for gravy is optional. It's called poultry seasoning, and despite its name, it actually is vegan. Here's the list of the ingredients. It's just a bunch of spices. To make the gravy, place the butter into a small saucepan. Melt over medium-low heat. Once the butter is melted, add the cornstarch and brown sugar if you're using. Stir it consistently until it's melted into the butter. Add the salt and stir it. Add your vegetable broth, and you're going to want to bring the heat up to medium-high. Stir it constantly, otherwise the cornstarch will stick to the bottom and you'll just have a burnt, clumpy gravy. Once the gravy comes to a boil, stir it for 1 minute, then take it off the burner to let it cool and set. You can add your poultry seasoning at this time. I used a 1/4 teaspoon. Now back to the potatoes. After boiling for 15 minutes, they should be done, and they're done when they're fork tender. And you're going to drain the water out. I'm using this clip-on strainer. If you're having trouble getting a lot of the water out from draining, just put them back on the burner and the heat will absorb it. Just make sure they don't absorb too much where the potatoes are going to stick to the pan. Give all your potatoes a really good mash and add your salt, the vegan butter. Mash that all together. Add your non-dairy milk. I'm using half of the 1/3 cup. It all depends on how creamy you want your potatoes and also how much water got left in from draining. Once they're done mashing, give them a fluff with a fork or a spoon. And then they're done. When the potatoes are done, your gravy should be cooled down and has thickened. If you decide to give this recipe a try, I hope you do, and I hope you love it as much as we do. Like I said, I make it a couple times a month because it's so delicious and it's very easy. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for watching.